Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. On my crackhead update, Willie and his little pretty girlfriend dropped in this morning, and he said that later on in the week he waiting on an email. He got to fly up to the moon. They're gonna have a intergalactic Federation meeting on the moon. Say people from other planets, they're going to meet on the moon. They're going to talk about things. And also he said Earth only has 5 more years of existence. He said we all got 5 more years. It's going to be a wrap for the people on Earth. Yeah, I fed him breakfast, and I made all up a smoothie with Hennessy. Mango smoothie with Hennessy. Well, his little girlfriend got to sipping on that mango smoothie with that Hennessy in it. Boy, she was getting loose as a goose up in there. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out and let's get ready to ride. This video ain't gonna be too long. I'm washing right now. I hope that microphone don't pick that washing machine up. I closed the doors, but I still can hear it. I do all the house cleaning here. She be online. She working from home. Ever since this pandemic started, the company that she worked for, they don't allow no employees to come in. They all work from home. And I can't get my videos uploaded because she running a desktop. She got a desktop and a laptop. And my Wi-Fi, I have to wait till she take a break. Like right now, she going to play tennis before it get too hot. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. She over at the tennis court right now. This video ain't gonna be too long. It's gonna be a 2-part video. We had a guy at the Ramsey unit. Well, he was there when I came. I made it to Ramsey 1 in 1976. You know, you call him Pissy Willie. He was an older dude. He was in his 40s. But he pissed in the bed. Man, this guy, they would sneak him in the cell with people who don't know nothing about him. Because most people, they just be ready to fight him right up front and say, hell no, I don't want this dude in the cell. Me pissing all in the bed. And he always want the top bunk. No, he pissed in the bed. So I was laying up one night, I couldn't go to sleep. I had a lot of stuff on my mind. All of a sudden I hear a fight break up. He done pissed. Back in the day, we had cotton mattresses. They wasn't plastic like they is now with foam. They was real cotton and a real pillow made out of cotton. And the bed wasn't solid steel like they got it now. The bed was springs and had springs in the bed. So he done pissed all the way through this cotton mattress. And it came through and went down on the guy on the bottom bunk. And that guy woke up with bed full of piss. He got right on Pissy Willie's ass. It was about 12 o'clock midnight. Back in the day, on a work day, 12 o'clock, everybody in the prison is asleep. Everybody. Because everybody got to go to work. And it's quiet as hell. Back in the day, if the lights out at 10 o'clock, they didn't allow no talking whatsoever, no radios, no kind of noise. It's quiet. You can be on one end of the prison, you can hear a turnkey drop a key way down at the other end of the hall where you could hear it. That's how quiet it was. They started fighting. And now, back in the day when they had the inmate guards, Ramsey kept an inmate guard sitting up on the tier in a chair. He sit there. He was called a night alley. So if a guy have a problem in the cell, this guy will come take care of it. Also, when they do the count, he the one who will do the count. Night alley hear all that noise. Guys start waking up. That guy beating the hell out of Pissy Willie up in that cell. So they take him down to the jailhouse, put him in the jailhouse, put both of them in the jailhouse. Now, they can't separate you in the jailhouse. It's just a big, like an old Wild West jail. That's how it was. It's just one big cell with bars around it, just like the Wild Wild West. There's no restroom in it, no water, none of that. They don't give you no blankets. You don't get none of that kind of shit. You got to sleep on the concrete with no sheet, no nothing. Now, they didn't leave you in that jailhouse too long, but that was one of their favorite things is to place you in the jailhouse. And he would always swear that he ain't pissing the bed. All them pissy ass sheets that we would see, he'd swear that ain't none of his. I done met some hell of a characters. You know, so they got tired of Pissy Willie. They couldn't put him in his cell with nobody. He gonna piss every night. He piss in the bed every night. One guy told him one day, said, "Man, you must be dreaming about fire trucks or something, man. You must have been a fireman in your before you came to prison." Yeah, y'all dudes always were cracking jokes on him. He swear he ain't pissing in the bed. Man, I don't know how that bed got like that, man. They give me these wet ass sheets. No, they scrape grown folks piss. And on another incident, had a guy, I've said this in another video, there's a few ways you could beat the old Texas prison. It was a couple guys who they were afraid of. A guy who was crazy. A guy who was a jailhouse lawyer. Especially if you had some family on the outside. They was going to kind of handle you with TLC if you had family on the outside. There's so many guys in Texas prison back in the day, even today, they don't have no outside help at all. No family support, no friends, nobody. They on their own. Well, anyway, if you played crazy, that would get you out of work. But it wasn't going to be easy. They were going to transfer you to the Walls unit. They had what they called a treatment center. And they was going to inject you with Thorazine. Give you a 30-day shot. And you wasn't crazy. When they get through with you, you was going to be crazy. Now, you wasn't going to have to go do field work. You can't go out in the sun on Thorazine. No sunlight. So some guy done gave this guy the game how to get out of work. I go out there to the chain bus, me and Burr. And he get off the bus. And the bus driver gonna ask him his name and number. The guy who driving the bus. Now once you got on the bus to Ramsey, so an inmate drove the bus and drove you to the Clemens unit and the Retrieve unit, which became the Wayne Scott unit, which do not even exist today. An inmate drove that chain bus. But the main bus coming from Huntsville to Ramsey was drove by a Free World employee. And he asked him what his name and number. He just crowed he started talking like a chicken. And the bus driver said, "Yeah, he been crowing ever since we left the bird unit." Well, it wasn't bird unit, it was diagnostic unit then. He said, "He been crowing, he won't talk." So Big Bear walked up to him and said, "What's your name and number, man?" He did the same shit on Bear. Bear slapped him, grabbed him in his collar, bumped him up against the chain bus, bumped his head up against that blue bird, kicked him, slung him down. He's a small guy. Bear can easily hurt this guy if he want to. He just roughing him up to see is he really... Now, if a guy played crazy, you're going to have to take an ass whooping. They're going to see if you was crazy or not. So, even though you don't need to ask a guy's name and number, it's wrote right on his shirt. His name and his number is right on his shirt. But still, that's the policy. That's the procedure. You ask the name and number. Anyway, took him on in, placed him in the chain room. Now, this is one of the times where Cat, I don't know where the hell Cat was at. I can't remember. He didn't come to work. So either you're going to talk to Bear or Cat or both of them. You're going to be interviewed by one of those two. Some situation, bear is better. Some situation, cat is better. It all depends on what mood they in and what type of person you is. How you interact with them. That got a lot to do with it. I seen some guys come in and interact with cat just smooth sailing. Don't have no problem with him at all. Or with bear the same way. He ended up shooting the shit with the guy. He really wouldn't do you no dirt. Now you come trying to act ignorant and that tough guy shit, you gonna see real fast if you tough or not. He gonna test your ass. Well, anyway, got this guy in the chain room. I gotta go back to the chain room and get his clothes size and his shoe size so we can get him work boots and get him sheets and get him a laundry box number. So I go back down there. I tell him right up front before he start that playing chicken shit. I say, man, I don't give a goddamn about you playing crazy. I need to get this information. I said, what it is, I can tell you how you're going to have to beat him. I said, you're going to be interviewed. I said, you see the big old black dude that was hitting you? I said, that's who you're going to go talk to. I said, about an hour or two, I'm going to come back and get you. And that's who you're going to talk to. I said, you got to go 40 south on this guy. You're going to have to just go ahead and take one ass whooping and get it over with. And he didn't say nothing. He know I'm peeped this goddamn game, man. I don't give a shit about you playing crazy, man. You doing your time, I'm doing my time. I don't care, dude. So, Bear called him in and interviewed him. He never would talk. He still sound like a chicken. Bark, 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 bark. That's all he was doing. Playing like he a chicken. Looking all around on the floor. Bear slap him around, drag him across the desk. They got a big ashtray in a cat's office because he smoked cigars. He hit him with the ashtray, throw the telephone at him, all kind of shit. So he said, I'm going to put him in the jailhouse. So he escorted him on down to the jailhouse. Now, I done forgot about this guy, but I got to go back at night and do the count. And after I finish the count, doing the count and take it up to the front office so they can teletype it to Huntsville, I go down to the jailhouse. I'm just walking around the prison. It'd be so quiet and peaceful at night. It's maybe 5 or 6 turnkeys work at night. During the day, it's going to be about 20 of them out there. At night, it's going to be about 5. Sometimes not that many. Well, anyway, I go down to the jailhouse, and homeboy laying on the floor. I ask him, I say, man, have you had something to eat? He said, no, man, I ain't had nothing to eat. So I go to the officer's dining room and get him some food. I asked him, do he smoke cigarettes? He said, yeah. So I go get some cigarettes off a turnkey and tell him, hey, when I get back to my cell block, I'll pay you cigarettes back. And I gave him a cup of coffee, let him smoke cigarettes. And I told him, I said, man, you're going to be leaving here in the morning. They transferring you to the walls unit, to the treatment center. And I let him know what they going to do to him. Dude, if you refuse that medication, they're going to wrestle your ass down and inject it in you anyway. If you come to that treatment center, you getting injected with psychotropic medication. So you play crazy, they're going to give you that shit. They're going to give you that shit, and you're going to be crazy for real when they get through with you. You know. And he said, man, I just can't handle this prison. He said he had 2 years when he was down the last time, and he did that at the work release over at Just the One. That means he worked at a company in Houston. He go out every day and go to work. He ain't seen no shit like they do at Ramsey. He ain't been in no real fucking prison. At a work release prison, man, they don't even allow arguing over there. You argue, or they'll lock your ass up. They don't even allow arguing, no kind of fight, no kind of violence at all. They don't allow arguing, playing dominoes, none of that shit. You can't do that. And he said, when he come back, he got a life sentence. I told him, I said, man, you sure you want to do this shit? You got life, man. You ain't try to make it. I said, man, this shit is not that damn hard. If you're in good physical shape, you can do this work, man. It ain't hard. You just need to learn how to do it. I told him, I said, hell, I ain't never had picked no damn cotton before. I caught on to it real fast, and it ain't hard to fucking figure out. But he said he had his mind bent on he ain't gonna make it at Ramsey. So they sent him off. The next morning, he caught the chain back out of Ramsey with a couple knots on his head, because Bear knotted him up a little bit and transferred him to the walls unit. Y'all follow me on Patreon. The link will be in the description. I need my likes. I don't know why it's so damn hard to hit that like button. Like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching.